Hello and welcome to Winter Disco Tabletop Gaming, where we're going to check out some new models that have been shown off on the Warhammer Community website for Warhammer Quest, Cursed City, and for Warhammer Underworlds. I've been a little bit quiet this week, so I thought I would chuck them all into one video because, let's be honest, there's some pretty cool models coming out. So let's start off with Warhammer Quest, Cursed City. So we have 3 different skeleton models. These are the Deathrattle, I guess we're calling them. These are part of one of the factions that you'll find in Warhammer Quest Cursed City called the Ulfenwatch. And the head of this is Captain Oleksander Halgrim, and he made a deal to become one of the Deathrattles. I'm not going to go too much into the lore. I'm going to save that for the second issue of the Cursed City Chronicle. You can check out the first one in the card and in the description. Such a step up from previous skeleton models. Not so much the first skeleton warband for Warhammer Underworlds. That was such a good kit, and I still think the skeleton leader of that, can't remember the name off the top of my head, but such a good sculpt. And I get a lot of feeling of the model of Halgrim to be pretty similar. It's a very similar stance. There is a ton of detail on here. If you compare this to the existing skeleton models that you get in the multi-part kit, this is just so far beyond that kind of thing. Those models are very old and dated, and they're not up to a standard that you really want in 2021. And this model is. It has all the beaten up armor and torn bits of leather and fabrics and things like that. You get this idea that this creature, not even human anymore, is standing in like a windswept street, just silently standing there while the wind sort of howls through the alleys, dirty, disgusting, decrepit locations of Ulfenkarn. I really like it, from, bits of the chainmail missing to, I'd really actually like to tear up the cloak a little bit more, the sword that's just pitted, the armor that's pitted, even down to the little cuts and nicks on the leather belt. It looks like it's barely holding together. I think it's stunning, and I'm hoping that one day, soon, we'll get a proper unit of skeletons at this level of standard. Doesn't have to be this detailed, but at this standard, I guess. One day we'll get there. But that's not the only model that they've shown off. There's actually 2 more that they've got as well that are part of the Orphan Watch. So we have one on the left there with a shield and a spear. Again, going with that whole windswept idea of fabric floating in the wind, which is very nice. And then one that has the banner standard. And I know I've said this a lot, but I love banners in standard, and I love how torn up it is. I think that would be really cool, even for just getting that bit and using it in 40k or any other army, an old ancient army that's been run down and torn and left to rot, I guess. I don't know how many more there will be. There might be some archers, some swordsmen, but we'll see. I don't know. We only got the 3. They haven't really given much more information. But as more information comes out, I'll definitely cover it because I'm very excited for Cursed City. So there we go. First lot of models. The second other model we have is Toof Dagger. From Headcracker's Mad Mob. So this is going to be coming out in May, which is are we still calling them Savage Orcs? Yeah, they're saying Savage, so yeah, Savage Orcs sounds good enough to me. Again, such a step up from the current Savage Orcs kit, an old kit, just like the skeleton one, and it needs a massive update. I always didn't like the slenderness of the models themselves. They all seemed a bit elongated and too tall, which is a bit strange for orcs, but this one looks far more savage from just the face itself. Much more muscular, or the muscles are definitely toned more, and that could just be the paint job, down to having the bones strapped to their arms. Really love it. And again, it has like that scenic base, which is very nice. And we also have a silhouette of another model that's in this warband, and I'm going to say it's a Shaman. It looks pretty much like a Shaman, and it could be the leader. The website itself doesn't say if it is a leader, but it could be another member. But yeah, definitely a Shaman, so that's another one to look out for. I do like the Underworlds releases. A couple of cool models for a good little paint project or just an assembly project. I have most of them, the warband, so I do like just collecting them. And of course you do get a bunch of cards in there, but we won't talk about the cards, we'll talk about the models. So there we go, skeletons and some new orcs coming. If you do like these hyper news videos, let me know in the comments. Let me know which one you're more excited for, actually, skeletons or orcs. I'm excited for the skeletons. So that's where I'll leave it there. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and I will catch you in the next video. See you later.